Hey there. So today I thought I'd take a look at the new comic books I've gotten in. And so I got my shipment a little late. So these are actually the books from April 9th, 2025. And so we're starting off here with issue number 5 of Batman Dark Patterns. Again, this is a really fun sort of mystery story with Batman for this mini series we've got right now. Then we've got issue 7 of Absolute Batman. Again, I haven't read any of these yet, so I don't, I know Mr. Freeze is in this one. I just really kind of like the cover on this with all the sort of ink splatter here for the snow effect here on the cover. I really like that. Next up, we have Batman and Robin number 20. And then we've got Green Lantern Corps number 3. I'm really liking this book. I happened to run into one of the writers, Morgan Hampton, at C2E2 this weekend. And I told him how much I liked the book, and we fist bumped our Green Lantern rings together. So that's how much of a nerd I am. Next up from Ghost Machine is the 13th issue of Geiger. Again, I really like this series. I always look forward to getting that one in. Then we've got the 6th issue of the Star Trek Lower Decks ongoing. And again, I really like this book, especially now that the cartoon's over. We still get to read some of these stories. And then we've got the Archie and Friends Level Up special. And I'm pretty sure, I think they're pretty upfront about, they timed this to come out around the time of the, Minecraft movie. Then switching over, we've got a lot of Superman this week. So the first thing I have is this Superman 233 Replica Edition. And the first time I read this story was in this book here, Superman from the 30s to the 70s. And so it is collected here in this, black and white volume. But this is the replica facsimile edition that DC's just released. And I went ahead and I just got the Superpowers variant for this because this is a book that I've kind of been seeing around a lot lately, like the actual issue. So this might be something I pick up, the real version of pretty soon. Then moving on, we've got Superman Day coming up here pretty soon. And so this is a reprint of Superman for All Seasons #1. And again, this is a great book if you haven't read it. This is Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, who did a lot of good stuff together on Batman. They did a lot of the Marvel miniseries like Daredevil Yellow and Spider-Man Blue and those. And so this is kind of their take on Superman that I really like. I feel like a lot of people talked about this story when it came out, but I feel like it kind of got overshadowed by some of Loeb and Sale's other works. But yeah, this is still definitely worth checking out. Hoping its inclusion here means like maybe James Gunn was looking at this when he was making his new Superman film. One story that we're pretty sure he did look at is All-Star Superman. They feel like they've said that quite a bit lately, that All-Star Superman is definitely an influence on the new movie. And so here we have a reprint of the first issue of that. Again, another foil cover that I had to pick up. And then for Superman Day, we also have this facsimile edition of Action Comics #1. So this is, of course, is the first appearance of Superman. And so like the Detective 27 we got last year for Batman Day, this is a Action Comics #1 reprint at the actual dimensions of a Golden Age comic book. So you can kind of see the difference in size here. Comics were bigger back then. So they've done an accurate, size reprint here. And again, there shouldn't be any problems anymore with, like people trying to pass off reprints as originals and that kind of thing. The big red flag here is we have the $9.99 price tag for a comic, that was 10 cents back in the day. And then this one also has the Superman Day 2025 emblem on the cover there. So again, easy ways to kind of differentiate that. Hopefully nobody gets scammed or anything. And so then I had to go ahead and get the blank variant cover too for that, which does have the original cover underneath. And I had to get the foil version too. Gotta get that. And they also did this one here. So this is the Dan Mora variant cover, sort of his interpretation of the Action Comics #1 cover, but has the costume from the new Superman movie that's coming out this summer. So again, he did a similar thing for this with Detective Comics 27 last year, where he had the Christian Bale Batman Begins version for that cover. And so here we've got the new Superman movie version here. So yeah, so that's everything I got. Shipping got kind of delayed on this shipment, so I just got it in. But I wanted to go ahead and get this video out. Yeah, so again, I haven't read any of these, but if you get comics regularly, you've probably already read some of these. What did you think? Have you got anything good in lately? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter/X at Detective651, also on Instagram at Detective651. Be sure to check out my t-shirt store at tpublic.com/user/Detective651. I've got a lot of nerdy designs on there, and there's sales all the time, so check it out frequently.